Hey, Mrparka here to review a new one from Artsploitation Films, and that is Der Bunker, or The Bunker. There was a little fuzzy on there. But yeah, Artsploitation Films is a label that releases kind of art or strange films from all around the world. This one is hailing from Germany, made in 2015, released August 2016, I think August 23rd. Yeah, this is a very bizarre and different film. Comedy, absurdist, and kind of a horror film all as well. Psychological, bizarre. What we have here is this strange family, a three unit mother, father, and their strange overgrown son Klaus, who is supposedly 8 years old but looks about 30, and is very weird. There's this weird dynamic between the three members of the family, and it's kind of shifted and messed up when we have the student who enters the picture, who's there to study in seclusion and work on a project we never find out what it exactly is. When he comes in, he is basically forced and held hostage for more food, to turn up just kind of stuff like that, to kind of tutor their son to get him combed to be the president. So yeah, that's what we're looking at here. So it's a very weird film. There's a lot of comedy elements, and those are kind of portrayed by the absurdity of the situation and the acting. The acting's really good in this one, especially for comedy stick. The dad is really comedic and bizarre. And Klaus, of course. There's also this weird element of the mother who has this parasitic alien growing in her leg. You don't know if it's actually a split personality of her own, or the kind of location that's doing it, or actually an alien entity that kind of has control of this family, that has a plan for the son to teach him to become the next president. Things start ending up pretty difficult for the student who's trying to teach Klaus, who seems to be unteachable. He definitely has some sort of learning disability. But when he decides he finally gets through Klaus's head and teaches him the capitals, things start to shift, and Klaus kind of starts growing up a little bit. He kind of distanced himself from his mother, who has this kind of strange, very, very weird hold over Klaus. Which is even shown in a strange breastfeeding scene, which kind of recalled Burial Ground, if anyone's ever seen that movie. So yeah, that's the kind of things we're dealing with here. It's out there, it's crazy, it's different, also darkly funny at times. The family kind of drives this student crazy. Shifting of power, shifting of people's position in the family, and replacements are also themes, and education is a huge theme as well. So we have all that going on in this kind of one isolated, creepy location. And if you do things right, an isolated location can become a horror film in itself. Look at The Thing, and it definitely creates a very, Night of the Living Dead creates a very tense situation. Reservoir Dogs. So there is a very tense thing going on, but we also add these elements of humor and strangeness as well. So it's hard to tell exactly what is happening and what the message is 100%, but there is definitely a shift for the family members in Der Bunker. I think it's well shot. I think it's well made. I think it is funny. I think it is creepy. All in all, I really enjoyed this one. It is a unique film that I think is really cool, and I think a lot of people will enjoy as well. There is 20 minutes of deleted scenes that are also interesting, that kind of paint the father in a more darker light than he already is painted in. He's less comical. He is still comical, but he is more kind of aggressive and a little bit more dislikable, more so in the mother's term. She's kind of the most dislikable of the family, I would say. And they also add more elements to the story. I thought that they were good cuts, but I also thought they were interesting to see. There's also a director's commentary on here. I like the director's commentary on here because it shows the director's vast love for film and vast knowledge for film, deep old films and things like that. Well, he's talking about, well, this is inspired by Polanski, this is inspired by Lynch, and stuff like that. So he is definitely a big film fan. And now he doesn't necessarily divulge all the secrets of what necessarily is happening in the story, and there might not be as much divulged. It's just kind of a strange story to tell, and an entertaining one at that. So yeah, I would really recommend Der Bunker. I think a lot of people will enjoy it. I think it's different, I think it's unique, and not necessarily a horror film, but kind of a darkly absurdist comedy with psychological family drama horror elements in it. But that is Der Bunker. I'm Mrparka. I say check this one out. I think it's worth your time if you like the strange and odd films, especially from other countries. Have a good one.
Voila! Wozu? Haben Sie keine Angst? Prächtig, nicht wahr?
Aber es kommt kein Licht hinein.
Dafür auch keins hinaus.
Und was führt Sie nun zu uns?
Ich suche Ruhe und Abgeschiedenheit für meine Arbeit.
Etwas Wissenschaftliches?
Allerdings. Und dafür brauche ich absolute Konzentration.
Mama, ich kann nicht schlafen. Schickst du mir gute Nacht?
Sie entschuldigen mich.
Das ist Ihr Sohn?
Ja, das ist Klaus.
Er lernt so schlecht. Ab jetzt soll der Student den Unterricht übernehmen.
Was? Sie würden uns ein wenig helfen, wenn Sie unserem Kleinen ein bisschen was beibringen könnten. Sie sind doch Akademiker.
Ein paar Stunden. Bitte.
Klaus,
Ja, Papa.
heute wird dich der Student hier unterrichten.
Was? Wieso?
Keine Widerrede. Wissen ist die Explosion der Neugierde. Wissen ist das Licht in der Finsternis. Wissen macht uns von Barbaren zu Trägern des Geistes.
Hauptstadt von Frankreich?
Brüssel.
Nein, Hauptstadt von Frankreich.
Kreta.
Nein, Hauptstadt von Frankreich.
Italien.
Nein, Hauptstadt von Frankreich.
Paris.
Nein, Ja.